Max, this is why I have a difficult time listening to you with basketball sometimes. Did you watch the Detroit Pistons? The Detroit Pistons, who ramrodded the Lakers in 5 games. You're telling us, coached by Larry Brown, not Rick Carlisle like you thought. Larry Brown. Larry Brown was coaching this team, one of the greatest coaches ever. He took over a Carlisle team, but the bottom line is he did it. Phil Jack, don't get me started. The point that I'm trying to make to you is the Detroit Pistons with Benny and Rasheed Wallace, with Tayshaun Prince, who was an elite defender, with Chauncey Billups, who, by the way, Max, that is the only time Carmelo Anthony went to a conference finals, when Chauncey joined him in Denver. He didn't go to a conference finals until Chauncey got there.
The Chauncey effect is a good point.
You will notice one time, hold on. I'm giving you knowledge. Fall back. Listen, when Melo went to Denver, they were in a club. They were in a club. Jay, this is a true story. They were in a club. This is when they were going to the conference finals. They were in a club. Chauncey was with them. He had just arrived 2 weeks earlier. Chauncey put up his finger in a crowded nightclub and pointed to the exit. And everybody on the Denver Nuggets turned around and followed him out. A leader. That's what he was. And this dude was in Detroit before then with Rip Hamilton and Lindsey Hunter and the crew. And you're sitting here on national television telling us that a team that won the title without Melo, that went to back-to-back NBA finals without Melo wouldn't have had a title with that team?
No, I said he maybe gets one. I said the following year would have been a better bet, but I don't know if they get past the Pacers with Melo on that team, unless you go back and say the Chauncey Billups effect is such that Melo would have become a real defender on that team, which I suppose is possible.
They beat the Pacers
the bottom
to get
line
there.
is either one of you two picked the Pistons to beat the Lakers. I picked the Pistons to sweep the Lakers. I was wrong. It was a gentleman's sweep because Kobe Bryant got one in L.A. I believe I was the only member of the national media at the time to even pick the Pistons to beat the Lakers, and I thought they'd sweep them. Don't tell me about the 04 Pistons.
You're right about that.
What made them?
Well, listen.
Made them special?
We're not telling you about the Pistons.
What made them special
We're saying
was
that
the defense.
You said they wouldn't win with Melo.
No. Well, no.
That's what we're saying. Don't confuse the argument.
At some point.
You said they wouldn't meet with the same team because it would have been the same team would not have won with Melo. That's what you said.
Right. Well, I don't know that they get past the Pacers. That series was impossible. That was the best defensive 7-game series I've ever seen. And
But Max,
I'm saying if you insert a guy who's not a good defensive player, that Melo comes off the bench. I like your Chauncey Billups argument, but I don't know that they win that first chip with him, even if they may win one subsequently with him. That Pistons team was the greatest defensive team, starting 5, in my opinion, of all time. If you insert a weaker defender, and you're saying off the bench, fine, but a guy who's getting big minutes, who's a weaker defender, they lose that identity a little bit. I don't even know that they make the finals necessarily. Just to assume, you add a great player, therefore they get better. It's not the way it works.
No. All I'm saying to you, Max, is that coming into the league, when you come into a system, it's like coming and working with Pop, right? You understand that there are certain expectations, there are certain standards of excellence that you have to live up to, and that's every single day. Now, when Melo was in Syracuse, he played zone. He didn't individually have to lock in as a defender. I saw Melo lock in as a defender when he got lost in battles in high school. He was a different kind of cat. So I'm saying if you're surrounded around a culture of defense and then helping your game elevate because you have guys who are smart, who help you think through the game, instead of just automatically walking into a franchise and it's like, I'm the guy, I'm the alpha, we're going to do it the way I like. It's a completely different mindset. And I truly believe if Melo had had that mindset at that time with that team, overall that team's mindset, you would have seen a different Carmelo Anthony, and they would have won multiple championships with that guy scoring off the bench. Multiple.
Question, especially for you, Jay, but for both of you. Stephen A. also. What do you think Carmelo's limit as a defender was? What kind of defender could he have been? Because to me it seems like he was either against the 4 or the 3, there were problems either way. What kind of a defender is the best version of what he could have been with Chauncey Billups from a rookie season?
Well, first of all, let me answer.
I'm going to say, Stephen A. I just needed him to be serviceable. He just needed to be serviceable, Stephen A.
He just needed to be serviceable in that system. You got to remember, once again, Max, you keep forgetting. I covered Larry Brown his first all 6 years he was in Philly. This dude had a guy by the name of Allen Iverson and surrounded him with defenders. Allen Iverson was no better a defender than you described Melo to be, but they went to the finals because of what you surrounded him with. If you got a coach that knows what the hell he's doing, that systematically inserts and takes guys away from a place to make sure that the team is cohesive enough, that's how you overcome that. And then you said something that was absolutely blasphemous and ill-informed. Under no circumstances was there any doubt that LeBron James was the #1 overall pick the year that he was drafted with Carmelo Anthony? There was nobody talking about Melo going #1. No one. No one.
Well, I spoke to people at the time. Everyone knew LeBron was going to go #1.
Really?
But I spoke to people at the time who watched Carmelo and thought, oh, should he go 1? Which they were wrong about, obviously.
Really?
Who are those people, Max? I want to know their names. I want to write them down. I want to see what positions they're in right now.
I'm not asking you your sources.
Who are they?
I'm not asking you your sources. I mean, did you meet him at Columbia?
You're
Did you meet him at Columbia?
16
I mean, wait.
years?
Were they at the MIT Institute? I mean, was it a member of the Sharp Analytics staff? Who the hell were those people?
No.
I never met them.
I've
only been covering the NBA for a quarter century. I never met them. I've never met him. I've been covering the NBA for a quarter century. I never ran across one person that said that. Not one. Not one person.
I did.
Who are they?
I remember these things.
Sharp Analytics, MIT, Columbia, Stanford, Harvard.
No.
Harvard.
No.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Who?
They all. No. Those people all knew LeBron would be better, actually.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.